Let's go. Who breaks the power with sin and darkness? Who love is mighty and so much stronger? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Yeah, yeah. Who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder? Who leave us breathless and all in wonder? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Hey, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You let down your life, that I will be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Hey, yeah, yeah. Who brings our chaos back into order? Who makes an orphan a son or daughter? The King of glory, the King of glory, who rules the nation with truth and justice, shines like the sun and of all his brilliance. The King of glory, the King above our kings. This is amazing grace. Yeah, this is unfailing love, that you would, oh, that you would take my place, bear my cross. You will lay, yeah, you will lay down your life, set free. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain. Yeah, yeah. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain. Oh, oh, oh. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain. Worthy, worthy, yeah. This is amazing grace. Yeah, this is unfailing. Oh, this is unfailing love, that you would, that you were, that you were. Oh, will lay down your life. Yeah, be set free. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Hey, yeah, all that you've done for me. Oh, all that you've done for me.
What's up, everyone? I'm Trey, and welcome back to I Have Questions. Nobody has more vibes, more moods they experience, or things that they go through and connect with on a deeper level with than teenagers. And it's okay to feel how you feel. It's just the problem usually comes in when you let those feelings of yours drive your moods and your actions. So that's why you're here today, to teach teenagers like you and me how to dive into some of their emotions and how those emotions control and inspire their actions. It's all in a better effort to figure out how to better control our efforts and our emotions and not let our efforts or emotions control us. Now, we all feel different feelings, but we're only going to talk about 3 throughout the I Have Questions series. So let's check out the first one.
Okay, anger can be a good and a bad thing. It just depends on how you channel it.
Being angry, it can go both ways. It depends how you use that energy. You can use it to affect others, or you can using it in a good use of sorts.
So anger can be good and bad. It depends how the person decides to use the anger though.
If you're an angry person and you just tend to be destructive, or you could be rude to people, that's how it could be negative. But some people use their anger as a motivational source.
If they decide to use it in a positive way, like doing work or exercising, that anger motivates them to do something better.
That looks like frustration, irritated, and sometimes petty.
Well, for me, anger looks frustrated and a little bit like upset.
So when I get angry, I'm either annoyed or irritated. So if I'm working on a problem and I can't solve it or I'm struggling, then I'm gonna be irritated and I'm gonna try to keep solving that problem. But the anger and the annoyance keeps building up.
My anger is more so annoyed or irritated because just of unfortunate events that may happen in life that may put you in distress or stressful situations where you feel like you may not have certain control, may make you feel angry.
I feel like I'm a work in progress, so it just depends on the situation.
My big fear is partly failure. So me and my family are overachievers, and when I fail, that's kind of like, it's just a stopping point.
Sometimes I'll just get angry and then I'll be over it in like 5 minutes. You just need to give me time to cool down.
I control it because I use that anger to express my anger, to release it all in one go to make me feel more calm.
I feel anger controls me at times, like maybe due to like disrespect, but mostly I think I control it like going to my room or like being by myself and thinking about how to control the situation.
I like to just calm myself down, reach a state of mind, and then once I see what I'm afraid of, I face it head on and I try to overcome that fear.
Yo, welcome. I am Brother Rod, and this is a vibe. Today we're doing a series called Vibes, but in these 2 series we're talking about one particularly today is that because of Jesus, emotions don't have to be the boss of you, right? So when I say the word control, what comes to mind? Probably nothing good, right? Most of us don't want to be controlled. Us as adults honestly don't neither, right? So whether it's from a parent, from some adult in authority, whether it's the authorities, where it's a teacher that literally like every time you go to the bathroom, she's like, come right back. Just an authority thing. Being controlled doesn't feel good, right? It's not a place where you are comfortable. As a matter of fact, you feel like you're in bondage and like you're locked up, if we just be honest, right? But here's the thing. As much as we resist the idea of being under control, all of us, and every single one of us, right? We would probably never say that, but all of us are controlled by something in some way, shape, or form or fashion, right? if you ever been with a young kid, right? If you take like their cookies or their toys, right? They lose control, right? They get their emotions and you can't get them back in order. They probably sent some way or form that, hey, my control has been taken away from me, right? And it probably happens more than a few times. But what happens a lot of times, we let our emotions, even us as adults, get the best of us, right? So I'm guessing you probably remember a situation where your emotions got you in trouble, maybe, right? You got into an argument with a parent, and you got angry, so you let your emotions get the best of you, and it didn't work out for your good. Or you said something pretty terrible to someone, and you regret saying it, and it's like, why did I even say that? That's not even me. But our emotions, if we're not careful, can really take control of us and who we are. So today we want to work on some of them things and let emotions know, because of Jesus, our emotions don't have to be control of us, right? So let's list out a couple of emotions that we may have or we may run into. I know one is anger, which I mentioned, anxiety, jealousy, loneliness, guilt. All these emotions can really strike a place in our lives and just really take control of us, right? So the list can go on and on. For example, sometimes the emotion of loneliness gets to me, right? And when I think about it, I'm like, I feel alone because no one checks on me or no one cares about me. And the only time I really truly hear from someone is when they want something. It's like, Brother Rod, can you do this? Brother Rod, can you do that? But other than that, I don't hear from you to say, well, I'm just checking on you, or, I'm just calling to say I care, So emotions start to play a point to where I'm like, you know what? If I listen long enough, I really do feel alone, right? So again, the list can go on and on, but chances are we've learned in some way or another that if we don't control our emotions, we'll act out of character, right? Say you get in an argument with your parent, you might slam the door, mom, boom, right? So you get in an argument with your teacher or something she don't agree with, and you slam the classroom door, boom. Hopefully you don't do that. Maybe jealousy, right? Jealousy is emotion. If it get the best of them, maybe you broke up with an ex or something and you just outside their window, like stalkerish. Hopefully that doesn't happen, right? Hopefully you guys are not doing that. But that shows you how if we're not cautious, our emotions really could take control of us. So what happens when our emotions does that? It locks us up, it bonds us. But here's the thing, and I want to grab you guys with today. And I'm not going to be long, but I want to grab you guys with this. The thing that I love about Jesus so much is that he teaches us helpful things for everyone, whether you consider a Christian or not, right? He invites people to do something that goes way beyond monitoring your emotions, right? So well, I'll monitor my emotions. Boy, you're a real good monitor though, right? The cool thing is that if what he says is true, then it has the potential to make us free. And isn't that what we all really want? Freedom, right? Nobody wants to be locked up, right? I know they look like Wakanda, but I'm saying locked up like a chain. We don't want to be controlled by anyone, including myself. You know what I mean? So emotions is this thing. I don't want to be controlled by my emotions. And it seems like Jesus offered us a solution to that, right? So say for instance, let's go to the Bible. Let's speak a couple truths. So Jesus says this in a truth. And he has his 12 disciples, which are like his closest friends, right? And they go and they eat, and before they eat, they don't wash their hands. So the Pharisees are checking Jesus' disciples out. It's like, hey, what's up with your boys? Your boys are kind of dirty. You know what I'm saying? They ain't abiding by the law, right? So now they get into their emotions, they get into their feelings. But I love it because Jesus checked them with it, right? So he says in Mark chapter 7, verse 14 through 15, and I'll read it out. It says, listen to me, everyone, and understand this. Nothing outside a person can defile them by going into them. Rather, it's what comes out of a person that defiles them. Meaning the fact that disciples didn't wash their hands, didn't make God mad. God is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like his emotions don't do that. So back in the day, God gave people the law because he wanted their best interests in mind. He's not trying to keep himself happy by controlling and manipulating behavior, right? So he said, look, it's not what goes in a person, it's what comes out of a person. In fact, you could say that everything Jesus taught really centered on that. Think about it. How we love God. By loving God, people, we're not going to stop there, right? Because when Jesus talks about what puts us in conflict with God, he's talking about how the source of offensive words and deeds is inside of all of us. It's the emotions that we're trying to monitor and control, right? So this is what Jesus said in Mark chapter 21. He says, for it is from within out of a person's heart that evil thoughts come, right? So haven't you found this to be true though? Everything begins with a thought. Think about it. Jesus mentions murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, folly. Every one of those things begin with a thought, right? And that folly, and Jesus saying that all the stuff that starts in the thoughts and emotion, and he cares about what can happen as a result of them, right? All your thoughts, he cares about it. Anger, that we seem to be out of control, the FOMO that gets in us, right? Trouble, cause regrets, the fear that we look at and we wish we could just chill out and just be cool. But that's all comes with our environment, our vibe. It comes from our internal environment, our emotions. So what you want to do is create an internal environment that's good for your emotions. Like say positive things to yourself that'll keep you holding those emotions in check and you controlling them versus them controlling you, right? So let's have this little activity. I want you guys to try this. Say to yourself, to your emotions on the inside, you're not the boss of me, all right? So in 3, 2, 1, say it on the inside. I just said it, you didn't hear it because I said it in my head. But add little things that you know that like would cause you to say it, like anger. Say anger, you're not the boss of me. Say it to yourself. Say like jealousy, you're not the boss of me, right? Hatred, you're not the boss of me, right? And try those things throughout the week. So I want you guys to focus on being more control of your environment. And I want you to do a couple of things. Do a self-check, right? Try to think of 1 or 2 top emotions that you have the hardest time controlling. Start checking in with yourself. So this week, I want you to begin asking yourself each and every day, how am I really doing? Did I do good this week? Did I control my emotions? Did my emotions get the best of me? Right? And find somebody, right, who you can trust, whether it's a leader, whether it's your pastor, whether it's a best friend that you can share and say, hey, I'm struggling, I'm having problems controlling my emotions. But I learned through Jesus, if I can control my thoughts and I can monitor my thoughts and I can set an environment for my thoughts, then you know what? My emotions don't have to be the boss of me, right? Imagine if this became reality, right? How different would it be? I'm guessing a lot, right? Because it's easier to say, but sometimes it can be harder to do. But that's why I'm encouraging you through this talk to talk to someone, to say, hey, will you walk with me? Will you check with me with my emotions? Because I no longer want my emotions to be the boss of me, but I want Jesus to be the boss of me because he's a better boss. All right? So listen, hope you guys have a blessed day, blessed week. Remember to check in. I am Brother Rod, and this is a vibe. And I'm out. Peace. Love you guys.
We sing of how great you are, God. It will forever be on our lips. Oh, yeah. See, your love is devoted, like a ring of solid gold, like a vow that's been tested, and like a covenant of old. And your love is endured, the winter rain and beyond the horizon. With mercy for today, faithful you have been, and faithful you will be. You pledge yourself to me, and that's why I sing. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Oh, I will sing of your name. All the glory belongs to you, yeah. Oh, and you father the orphan. Your kindness makes us whole, for you shoulder our weakness, and your strength becomes our own. So you're making me like you, yes you are, clothing me in white, bringing beauty from ashes. For you will have your bride, rid of all her guilt, yes, and free from all her shame, and know by her true name. That's why I sing. Oh, yeah. It ever be, yeah, on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will, yes it will, ever be, hey, ever be on my lips. Hey, ever be. Let's sing it together. Say you will be praised. Yes, you will be praised. With angels and saints, we sing worthy are you, Lord. Yes, you will be praised. Let's lift it up. Yes, you will be praised. With angels and saints, we sing worthy. Hey, worthy are you, Lord. Yes, you will be praised. Yes, you will be praised. Oh, oh, worthy are you, Lord. We'll sing of your name forever and ever and ever. Oh, are you, Lord? Yeah, your praise will, yeah, ever be on my lips. Hey, ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your grace will, yes it will, never be